Hey peeps, welcome back. We are talking Love After Lockup, Life After Lockup, Season 5, Episode 45. Hey, before we get into the video, please do me the honors of subscribing to my channel, hitting the notification bell so you can always be notified when I post new content, hitting the thumbs up because that does wonders for my channel, and share. Thanks. All right, you guys, happy Sunday. I hope everyone is doing well, enjoying the Sunday afternoon or Sunday morning or Sunday evening, depending on where you are and what time you listen to this video. I hope everyone is doing well. I also want to take a moment just to say thank you so much. I appreciate every last one of you for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. Help me get to 3,000 subscribers. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It's free. All right, so let's get into the show. All right, so before we get too deep into Bianca and Daniel, a little spoiler alert. Bianca and Daniel are still together to this day, and they are also expecting. It looks like Bianca is pregnant. Some of the photos that she's posted to her social media looks like a pregnant Bianca. She also posted a picture of them. It looks like they're in a pumpkin patch, and at the bottom there's 3 pumpkins. So her, Daniel, and a tiny new baby. God bless them. Anyway, moving on to the show. I don't know what it is, but every episode I get a little more angry at this woman. She irritates me quite a bit. So it starts off where he has come back from his time with Robert, having their conversation. And, you know, Daniel's been out of jail, but to me, it feels as if we've been bothered by them for 16 months. The man has been out of jail for 3 days. They have done nothing but argue, fuss, and fights the entire 3 days, except for the rush, non-romantic sex. Okay, they did do that. Anyway, he lets her know that he does not appreciate the fact that she talked about their sex life to Robert. He also lets her know that Robert told him that she admitted to having a bit of a problem with alcohol. She says that that's not true, but the good old trusty producers did a little flashback and let us know, yeah, you said that. Okay, we remember that from last episode. You did. Anyway, I don't know why she thinks that Daniel's not going to hear it and see it. It's being recorded for a national program. Anyway, he explains to her that he has been in jail for 5 years and has not had sex for almost 6 years. You know, he's sorry. And I don't understand why she didn't know that. Ma'am, did you think that he was going to come home, run out to the store with no money, buy you a bunch of flowers, then give you 35 to 45 minutes worth of foreplay? Absolutely not. Not this time. Okay? Now listen, she is so immature. I just cannot stand it. They end up going back over that stupid coffee situation, and he lets her know that she might be a little codependent. She's needy. She's needing too much, and she's doing too much. And he didn't appreciate the whole coffee situation. I said, you know what? I don't want to ever hear y'all talk about coffee again. I don't want to hear you say the word coffee. Don't even spell it. I'm sick of it. Okay, let this be done. Now, remember, every episode I ask myself and the peeps, I say, listen, where are her parents? Well, honey, listen, I found out that allegedly she has a really bad relationship with her father. Her father is a convict. They have been going through some things. He is not a part of her life at all, but she is extremely close to her mother. So now I would say, where is your mama? Because you not only need therapy, you need the love of your mama. She needs some help. I'm sick of this woman. She asked him if they could go for a walk. He tells her, sure. Then he says that he feels as if she would feel more confident in their relationship if they were engaged. Even though he doesn't agree with it, he has decided to possibly propose to her on this walk to make her feel a little better, a little more confident, a little more secure in this relationship. So he goes to the drawer and pulls out his $75 ring that they got from the Play-Dohs. And I don't know why I said that. It does not matter how much he spent for the ring. It's the thought that counts. That is exactly right. Anyway, I'm rude. So they go on this walk, they're not, out the door too long before he starts to have a pure panic attack. It was pretty bad. You could hear it start with him breathing. His breathing was very, very heavy. It was very erratic. He was feeling panic. He hasn't been outside in the wide open spaces, able to walk around free like this in over 5 years. So he's freaking out. And this woman makes it all about her. And I said, Bianca, girl, there has not been one episode since they introduced you to us that you have not made every situation about you. I'm sick of you. I really am. Listen, Daniel, I don't know why you and Bianca are still together, but you should have went home. Now she's pregnant, so, you're going to be together for a very long time. But you should not have been with this woman. She is a complete red flag. The man is freaking out. You're not holding my hand right. You're walking too fast. Oh my gosh. She was doing too damn much. First of all, I would like to say that if I was in this particular situation and I sensed it and felt this man breathing heavy, walking fast, getting sweaty, he is voicing that this is weird, this is a lot is going on, he's not feeling good about this, oh my God, I would have said, would you like to sit down? There are a ton of benches that they're walking by. What can I do? Should we just stop right here? Would you like to turn around and go back to the apartment? Something. But no, she was like, hug me. Yelling and acting a complete fool. Then she's talking to production when he walks off, talking about, I don't know what I did. Right after that, she's like, I don't know what's wrong. Then she proceeds to tell the production team that when he was in jail, he told her that he was very nervous and concerned about being outside walking around because he hasn't been out of his little box for like 5 years, and being out under the big sky and all of this stuff would probably trigger him. So what do you mean you don't know what you just did? You don't know what happened. You didn't give a damn what happened. Now here's the thing. If you really were a little more mature and a little less selfish, a lot of things would have happened before he got out of jail. The first thing you would have done is looked up, how can you be supportive to a person who is an addict and an alcoholic? The steps of being a supportive partner. Then you would have looked up, how can you support someone who has just got out of prison for a number of years, reacclimate themselves back into society? Those are things that I might have Googled. I hope that I'm never in this situation, but if I was, I would look into it, just a tiny bit. At one point when they were in the house having the conversation about the sex, she's going to say that she wants to be submissive. She likes to be told what to do. I beg to differ. No, you don't. Because when they told you to cut back on your drinking to try to support him, you said no. So you don't like to be submissive and you don't like to be told what to do. The hell on. To me, she is fantasizing about this perfect relationship. There is no perfect relationship. There are people that do have amazing relationships, but even those people have ups and downs. Every day is not going to be a good day. Every day is not going to be rose petals. You're not going to get flower delivery every day. You're not going to have champagne every day. And believe it or not, every time you have the sex, it's not going to be a whole bunch of foreplay right before. It doesn't go down like that all the time. Bianca, to me, is too damn much. And Daniel should have went home with his family, and Bianca should have carried her ass back to Florida. But now they're pregnant, so we'll see how this goes. Well, hopefully Love After Lockup won't bring them back, and we don't have to be bothered with how this goes. I'm just saying, that's just my opinion. Anyway, get down in the comments. Do you guys want to see Bianca and Daniel back? I don't. Anyway, moving on. Britney and Kyle. Honey, listen, spoiler alert. Britney still lives in Virginia. Now listen, I don't know where Kyle lives. Kyle might have went up to Texas while Britney figures out what the hell is going on. But maybe not. I have no idea. What I can tell you is Britney posted to her social media, and she is working at a place that's in Virginia. So, they haven't moved no damn where. But anyway, let's move on. The show picks up where it left off. She's talking to her probation officer, and the probation officer lets her know that it's not illegal for her to marry Key-Rock, but it does look suspicious. The state of Texas does look down upon people who think that they can fraud them or outsmart them by trying to get married to go around the process of being legally allowed into their state. This girl continues to make another bad decision by going ahead and buying this dress and planning this elopement/wedding to Key-Rock without telling Key-Rock any of this information. I said, this is what y'all do. And I don't know if you just haven't learned anything, you haven't put two and two together, you haven't sat down and rationally thought about it, you haven't thought about maybe a little meditation, a little yoga, so you can sit back and relax and, hum it out and figure out how things should work in your life. I don't know. But you would think after this whole thing blew up with the move that you guys would start thinking things through a little tiny bit. Now, one thing that I was thinking is, to help this situation, maybe before they got the family all amped up, left their, broke the lease and left their jobs, maybe they should have had the wedding first, do that. Then apply for permission to leave to Texas and waited. Let's wait it out. See if it gets approved. If it gets approved, then we'll set a time of when we're going to leave. We need time to get jobs. We need time to get an apartment down there. We need time to let our current lease go. Make some plans. But they don't do that. They continue to make these ridiculous choices and get burned in the end. Then after they get burned, it's, why is this happening to us? I am so sick of this. Oh my God. I mean, seriously, you just told us last episode that you're spending $500 or $600 a month, getting your nails done, but you're on probation until 2030 unless you can pay your $10,000 restitution. Well, listen, it makes no sense to me. Okay, if I am on probation, I would much rather get off of probation and pay that $10,000 restitution over pretty nails any day. Think about it. You're paying $500 a month for nails. You have restitution that is $10,000. If you pay the $10,000 for your restitution, you're off probation, which means you can move anywhere you want, even out of the country, anywhere. If you took that $500 a month that you spend to get your nails done, in 20 months, you could pay off that $10,000. I would rather have no nails, short nails that I painted with my Wet n Wild 98-cent nail polish at the Walmart, free and off probation, than having fancy nails that nobody cares about but you. I'm just saying. Britney doesn't want to tell Key-Rock about what the probation officer said, and she just continues to go through this. She is the saddest bride. She's beautiful, but she looks completely sad. She is acting as if she has no voice in this relationship at all. She just goes with Key-Rock's flow. Whatever Key-Rock wants, Britney wants, but she really doesn't. I'm sick of them. Anyway, get down in the comments. What do you think about this? And wouldn't you think it would be better for her to spend that $500 a month paying off that restitution as quickly as possible? Get on with your life. Be a free, law-abiding citizen. I'm just saying. Whew. Anyway, moving on. Zariah and Troy. Lord. Anyway, it's a whole lot of shit going on with this group. Okay, Zariah, Troy, and Karen have been acting a fool on the Facebook. Karen even got kicked off the Facebook. They put her on pause for 30 days because they have been going crazy. And the thing is, I don't understand why Zariah and Troy have not been put on pause on the Facebook, because they have been acting a fool too. These people are nuts. It has even gone to the TikTok. They are doing a lot. Anyway, they are toxic as hell. Zariah that we see on the TV, that is really Zariah. Karen that we see on the show, that's Karen. But this Troy that we see on this show, that's not Troy. The real Troy is the gangster on the internet. Okay, he is a wreck. Now listen, they are all a mess and they all need some therapy. Separate individual therapy. Okay, so listen, Troy goes on the Facebook. Who is on the Facebook? I really thought that Facebook was for people over, 50. Anyway, Troy goes out on the Facebook and he posts a loving comment about his stepmother, the woman that his father got with him and Karen broke up their relationship, the lady who helped raise him. And boy, oh boy, that pissed Karen the hell off. Oh, that sent that woman over the edge. She gets online and she starts talking shit about how dare he post about that woman. I am his mother. I am his mother. Listen, Karen, we saw on the show where he said you was, an addict. And you wasn't there. You gave birth to him, but this woman was there physically with him every day. I don't think he meant any disrespect. However, I realize that my feelings might be hurt as well. But sometimes you have to take the knocks. You know what I mean? If you did the crime, you got to, deal with it. Anyway, next thing you know, Karen and Zariah get into it. Troy is in the middle of it. They're screaming and hollering on live. Zariah and Troy are on live at Zariah's class with students in this class. She is supposed to be teaching, allegedly. Karen is at her house on her Facebook and she is on live. Zariah and Troy are on her phone screaming. She's got their live up. So it's a whole bunch of yelling back and forth. And God, it was terrible. Karen decides that since they're going to be rude to her, Zariah calls Karen a crackhead. Now that's what really set it off. Calling Karen a crackhead is not the thing to do if you don't want all your business put out in the street. And Zariah, she was, in the trash talking shit. She really was. But Karen drove her all the way to hell. Okay. Karen, the woman is crazy. She gets on there. She says that house that Troy and Zariah keep saying they purchased. She said they ain't purchased that house. They rented that house for $2,000 a month. They can't purchase a house. Then she starts screaming that Zariah allegedly has herpes and AIDS. And that's why Troy has to strap up with her because she's got these diseases. Allegedly, those was Karen's words, not mine. She says she don't know why her son wants to be with her nasty, stinking ass. And then she talks about, her face and the bumps and everything. Then she says that on the show, you guys see her son, but he don't live with her. CPS says she ain't allowed to have him. And she was like, she don't want me to tell that. I mean, she was doing too damn much. Then she was saying she was going to call CPS to report her. I mean, Karen went to hell with this. I said, why did you bring that little boy up? Now, you remember when they first came on the show, I gave the spoiler alert that one of her friends went out and said that little boy lives with her parents, not with her. Honey, listen, it was crazy. The next thing you know, Zariah says, I'm in the car now. I'm on my way over there. I'm going to whoop your ass. And Karen was like, come on over here. Come on over here. I mean, it went bad. First of all, I don't appreciate bringing the kids into this. I really don't. The fight continued for a very long time. And then the next day it went further. Karen had seen that Zariah had brought up some stuff about Karen's kids. That's why none of your kids like you. And then she went on to the Facebook and then it went on to TikTok. Just take a look.
Let me tell your stinking pussy ass something, bitch. Your girlfriend Mercedes dragged you through the goddamn ringer last night. You nasty ass stinking. Go to the GYN. That's what you need to do. You talking about what my kids? You need to worry about your son. You worrying about my grown-ass kids, bitch. And you better not put Vaughn's name in it, because he right here. You act like I got a whole slew of kids. I got one funky one with your stinking ass. Then I got my baby son in my living room, my daughter at home. So what other kids is you got to possibly be talking about with me? You need to clean your backyard, because I don't want to take it there. You the worst mother in the world. Mine grown. You better leave me the fuck alone, bitch. Because you ain't going to do nothing to nobody. You brought your ass all the way to Buffalo, all up in yonder face, and still ain't do nothing. But bowing down like the bitch that you are. Now, put that in your pipe and smoke it, and put it in your needle and shoot it up. Got the nerve to keep trying to drag somebody with your funky ass. And that shit ain't come from bad skin. That came from niggas busting on your face. And my son got the nerve to want you, you piece of nothing ass. Now, that's all I got to say this morning. I see her up there popping shit, talking about somebody's kids. Don't, my kids is grown. You need to be worrying about your son. I bet you Troy's daughter in a safe place is your son. And I ain't on here trying to rag on no kids. But you're a mother just like I had kids. I don't care what Troy told you. You don't know, but we know your background. You nutty as a fruitcake like your real mama. You said it out your mouth. That's why you got mental health issues. You see, Troy don't know you up on Facebook popping shit, bitch. But he gonna know now. Tell me don't none of my kids want to be bothered with me. Bitch, tell Vaughn that to his motherfucking face, ho. Zariah up on live talking about you, Vaughn. He sleep. But my son here at my house with me. That bitch don't know what she talking about. She trying to make y'all think she know us. She don't know us. She only know what she's being told by Troy. And half the time, you can't believe that. I don't even want to tell y'all what they on, but they are on drugs. Now, y'all want to keep popping shit about me? Go on. I know a whole lot. Y'all forgot I stayed with y'all a week. Now, with that being said, bitch, bow down.
Do you see what I mean? They are crazy. This is a group of people that could really use some therapy. You know, Karen said that they're working in the background trying to get their own show, Zariah and Troy, or the Troy and Zariah show, something like that. I would just like to say, you know, we the people don't want it. We the people will not be watching. And who the hell is going to produce this? Anyway, let's just move on to this episode. You know, every episode we have Zariah being a complete jackass. And, you know, it never fails. She's a jackass this episode as well. So we find out, unfortunately, her parents' house, they've had a fire. I don't know if it was the voodoo, the witchcraft, or whatever. Her daddy said it was an electrical fire accident. Okay. I was just grateful and thankful that nobody got hurt. You know, and hopefully they have some really good insurance and they're able to rebuild. Zariah tries to say that the psychic warned her about this. This fire has nothing to do with your relationship. That psychic did not say anything about your parents' house catching fire. And, you know, stop going to that psychic. because this is all guesswork. She said she was a medium, but she uses tarot cards. Then she sits there and reads the tarot cards. If you are a medium, you don't need the damn tarot cards. I don't understand. It's either you're going to get a medium reading or you're going to get a tarot reading. And you know what? No, ma'am. Jeez, I'm sick of this shit. Not only that, when she's talking about the situation in the confessionals, it looks as if she wants to be an actress. It's not coming off as sincere. I don't get any sincere conversation from her at all. The only time I ever feel any kind of sincere and emotion is when it's coming from either one of her parents or Troy. It's odd. Then she says that she thinks her mom is mad at her because she came to her house and brought up the psychic, and maybe her mom thinks she brought a little witchcraft to the house. I don't know. But she calls her mom, and her mom is staying at a hotel while they're trying to figure out what the hell is going on with the house. And, you know, first of all, she didn't seem to care too much about that fire. I thought, could you ask her, how are things? Can I get you anything? Can I bring you anything? Do you need anything, Mom? What about food? Are you eating? I know you're stressed out. This is crazy. How can I help? You didn't say none of that. I would have been over there at that hotel trying to figure out what I could do for my mother. Can I make phone calls for you? Do you need pictures for insurance? Is there, something? She wasn't given. Her daddy is still trying to get Troy in the pulpits. Now listen, that is a decision for Troy and the Lord to make, not you, Daddy. You cannot just say, oh, you're married to my daughter, you should be a pastor. That's not how that works. It's supposed to be a calling from the Lord. Okay, let the Lord do his work. You sit down. Troy was over at the church because they're supposed to have some sort of event for their nonprofit, and he wanted to go view the church to see if it was what they needed for this event. And I said, well, y'all don't have no money, and he's letting you use the church. So yeah, this is exactly what you need. Get on out of here with this shit. Now, when Zariah's mom stops by, I thought, this lady is a sweet woman. She really is. She's kind, she's funny, she's caring, she's patient with this woman. And if you remember, back when they first came on the show, I mentioned that she is adopted, and so is her brother and her sister. All of Zariah's parents' children are adopted. When she's sitting there talking to her mom, she starts talking about her marriage to Troy and asking her mom, how much are you and Dad going to contribute? You and Dad are going to help us pay for this. I thought, this woman's house is a rig. They are renting a temporary house while they're trying to figure out what the hell they're going to do with their house. Why is it now you want to talk about this? This is not the proper time. Girl, you should be making a nice dinner for your mom. Put your feet up, Mom. I'm not talking about them helping you pay for this wedding. Get the hell out of here with this. Then she tells her mom that she wants her biological father, who she just met a year ago, to walk her down the aisle. A what? Somebody that you just met a year ago? No, ma'am. He should get an invite. Just tell him, buddy, you and your one guest sit on the bride's side. Okay? Maybe at the reception, I'll introduce you to a few people. But no, this man who raised me, he is who's walking me down the aisle. He just so happens to also be performing the ceremony. That's just my thoughts. That's my opinion. But I'm not adopted and I'm not Zariah. But I'm just saying, get down in the comments. What did you think about that? You just met this dude a year ago. I didn't love it. Her mom was supportive and she was okay with it. We did find out that she tried to reach out to her biological mother and she was not happy about it. She said it was a closed adoption and she didn't want her reaching out to her. She gave her up for adoption and that was the end of it. Now, listen, I don't know. You seen in Karen's video, she said that Zariah's birth mother was just as crazy as Zariah. So I don't know what the backstory is there, but I think that Zariah, Troy, and Karen, they need to get the hell off social media. And if they can't get off social media, they all need to block each other and shut up. Talk about anything else. We don't want to hear it. Karen is out here talking about they are on that heroin, allegedly, and other drugs as well. that she was saying on the Facebook that Zariah was selling the cat, all kinds of stuff. I don't know what's true, what's not. It's all alleged and it's all coming from Karen, but it is all a bad look. And don't bring up the children and don't just call CPS for no reason. Obviously, according to them, her mom has custody of her son. Let him be great over there with his grandparents. I don't know what the hell is going on, but I'm sick of them. Anyway, get down in the comments. What the hell do you think about this Troy and Karen and Zariah? Zariah, whatever. You know I fuck that up every time. Moving on. Kim and Joey. I would just like to say, Kim and Joey are almost 40. Yeah, almost 40. They're idiots. Kim is delusional. She is sitting at the top of Delusional Mountain. And she's not coming the hell down. She's going to stay right the hell up there. Until Joey takes her for everything she's got. Dummy. Anyway, she takes Joey out for lunch and tells him that she went shopping with Tatum for wedding dresses. And he says, I hope she apologized. And she said, yeah, she apologized. She absolutely does not owe Joey an apology. I believe Joey really did whistle at her. He's an idiot. So then she sits there and tells him that she's not divorced. And, you know, for once, he said something I agreed with. Joey said, but you've been legally separated, which is a year. Have you not filed for a divorce? And she says, no, she's been busy. I said, well, what? Busy? First of all, ma'am, I know that you work. Okay. The rest of your time has been planning engagement stuff, shopping for a wedding dress, and, you know, stalking Joey's location. You had plenty of time to find an attorney and try to file for a divorce. You also had plenty of time to Google how to plan a divorce on your own. You and your ex-husband, if you're cordial like you say that you are, you and him both should be able to go down to the court and file for a divorce that is planned out by the two of you without getting an attorney. I agree with him. There is no divorce fairy that's just going to show up to your house with the magic wand and say you are officially divorced. You have to do something. You know, there's got to be an action. Jeez. He goes outside in an attitude, and then he makes this comment. We're supposed to be buying a house, and she's still married. Then he says she's buying a house. Half of it'll probably end up being his. I thought to myself, dude, you don't have any money? Where is your money? I don't know. You shit. I just want you to know they don't take Monopoly money. I don't know what the hell is going on with this guy. I mean, he is out there talking shit. He is mad as hell. He says she brought me to date night to tell me this. Yeah, that's the thing, though. She did bring you to date night. She's paying. You out there vaping and smoking, she's paying for that shit. You driving around on them $1,700 rims, she paid for that shit. She paid for the car. She's paying the rent at the place that you're staying at, the electric bill, the water bill, you know what I mean? Get the hell out of here. Then he's going to talk about, I'm not paying on a house that half of it could possibly be his. Why would I get a job to pay for this house and half of it could be his? I said, Kim, are you listening? This is this dude's excuse for not getting a job. Yes, ma'am. He's not getting a job. He doesn't want a job. He is absolutely going to use this as an excuse not to get a job. And then he's going to try to tell her what she needs to do. He told her she needed to start thinking. I said, really? You are the one who is jobless. You are a felon. You are living in her house and she needs to start thinking. Yep. She needs to start thinking about dropping your ass off at your mama's house. Okay. But you know, I would have to agree, Kim, turn your damn think piece all the way up. You're out of your damn mind. You and Joey do not work. You are fantasizing about a Joey from high school. Joey Birth and Hips is not the guy for you. No man is for you right now. The only thing that is for you are those children and a therapist. Seek help fast. Moving on. Melissa and Louie. Lord, I believe that the people over there at the Love After Lockup are really testing my patience. Why do we get Melissa and Louie 2 episodes back to back? Please leave us alone with this. Oh my gosh. We don't deserve it. So Louie is working at the pizzeria. Then he jets from the pizzeria down to the gym because he's got a training. And I said to myself, if my trainer came in straight from the pizzeria smelling like pizza, that would defeat the purpose for me, because as soon as I left there, I'd head over to the pizza place. But that's the broken part of my brain. I need some therapy. Anyway, Louie explains that most of his clients are female. And I said, well, I go to the gym. I don't want to hear shit from any of you peeps, okay? Do I look like I go to the gym all the time? No. Okay, so I fall off the wagon sometimes. Don't judge me, damn it. Anyway, I fall off the wagon a lot, but I'm getting back on the wagon tomorrow. Anyway, that's what happens every Monday. I make it to Wednesday. Anyway, when I'm at the gym and their trainers are there, majority of the trainers, no matter if they're female or male, their clients are usually women. Anyway, Melissa's at the bar place where she works because, she's a mail carrier and she works as a bartender. Anyway, one of her jealous ass no man having friends, I don't know that for sure, but anyway, shows up just to piss Melissa off. Did you see that video Louie posted? Oh my gosh, he posted this video of him training. Then she pulls out her phone to show her, and he's training this woman, which is perfectly legit. Melissa loses her shit. She is so jealous. Oh my God. It's date night tonight and I don't even know if I want to go now. Oh my God. This is what I'm talking about. I told her to get a job, but I don't know why I can't get a real job, like a regular job. I mean, if you don't stop it, I am sick of her. This woman is ridiculous. This man has came out of jail and done really well, in my opinion. Number one, the man was an addict. He has stayed clean. Number two, he is holding down like 4 jobs. He is doing everything he can to make you happy. And all you do is bitch, 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 whine and complain, rinse and repeat. You do this shit to him all the time. Nothing is ever good enough. And I would like to know, who the fuck are you? You are not a prize. You are a pain in the ass. Anyway, this man is working hard. He is trying his best to plan the most romantic proposal that he can think of. Him and one of his friends is out on the beach with these little baby rakes. I called it a baby rake because it's kind of small, but I know that's not what it is. Don't judge me yet again. Anyway, they're out there with these tools, digging out the words "marry me" with a question mark. I said, is this romantic or what? It was really cute. Anyway, when Melissa gets there to the lighthouse where they have to walk up, like 200 and some steps. Now listen, I have been to many lighthouses and I have practically died walking up all those steps every single time, but I always make it to the top. Anyway, by the time I get up there, I'm like half dead, but I made it. Lighthouses are one of my favorite things. Anyway, listen, this is not about me and my lighthouse collection. Anyway, every time that I do go to a lighthouse, I always wear flats. Mostly tennis shoes, honey, because I know heels is not the thing. So Melissa gets there, she's wearing heels, and of course, I thought we were going to a restaurant. Why are we here? Oh my God. Complaining the entire time. Now, complaining about taking the steps, I would have probably complained a little bit too, even in my tennis shoes, because that shit is rough. If your cardio is not where it's supposed to be, you're going to get jacked up trying to take all them steps. But since it was a date night, I would have tried to be as sweet about it as possible. Now, we would have to take breaks. Now, hold up now. We have gone up 50 steps. Pause. Okay. Anyway, they get up there and Louie tells her to look around. She's looking around all crazy. I seen enough. Let's go back. When she finally sees it, she's like, oh my God, is it for me? And he gets down on one knee and proposes to her with that beautiful ring that was originally like $23,000, but he got a discount, so he paid $18,500 for. And she's like, oh my God, I didn't even know what 2 carats was. I just said that because I thought it was supposed to, or whatever. And I'm looking at the TV and I'm saying to myself, Louie, you could have got her a 2-carat lab created diamond for $5,000 at Zales, and she wouldn't have known shit. And you would have had the rest of that money in your savings account in case you needed to run from her ass. Anyway, I just don't like them. Being with this woman is like being on a roller coaster. She is up, then down, up, then down. I mean, and then all of a sudden it just whips around. You know what I mean? And then you keep going in a circle until you throw up over the side. I'm sick of her. Anyway, you guys, did you see the previews for the rest of the season? Oh my God, that looked good. It is about to be a whole lot of shit going down. I'm just saying, I'm ready for it. Get down in the comments, you guys. Let me know what you thought about this episode. Let me know what you thought about each one of these couples. And definitely tell me what you think about Zariah, Troy, and Karen. They are crazy. And until next time, bye.